Well, welcome back. We're here at midday, and we have another great guest. Before we had the Humane Society of the United States, which was really good, right up my alley because I love animals. And now we have a wonderful doctor from Mediversity, and I always have a hard time with this, but this is my doctor too. His name is Dr. Abdul Ghani. Did I say it correctly?
Yes,
I got it right. Abdul Ghani. And they're from Mediversity in Cherry Hill, which is it's an amazing place. Explain, it's very unique. You have everything there. It's like one-stop shopping.
I know. So thank you very much for inviting me. I really appreciate this opportunity. So I actually moved to Cherry Hill about 3-4 months ago. We have our main office in Turnersville, New Jersey, right across Whitman Diner.
Oh, sure.
I started with a very small office in Turnersville on Fries Mill Road. It was a very small, and slowly I was always interested in integrative medicine. I was interested in exploring all the new things in medicine. I work out of Salem Memorial Hospital. So with my interests, I got involved in learning what patients want to know. What do patients want to know? Many of the patients and the problems with people we are facing is related to overweight. Obesity is a huge problem. Diabetes is a huge problem. Heart problems is a huge problem. And people want to also at the same time, senior citizens, they you remember in the old days, the doctor used to come to their house and do house calls. That's a huge problem. A lot of senior citizens are falling at their homes, are unable to get to their doctors. So, like, I mean, like a free-spirited doctor.
Do you actually go to people's houses?
I do go to people's
that's wonderful.
Houses. Yeah. So, slowly, I started with just primary care doctor, but slowly I started doing weight management in our practice. So we have a weight loss program. People who have a difficult time losing weight, we use different.
That's everyone.
That is everyone.
We have the heaviest nation, I understand, in the world.
I just heard in the news yesterday that if you know that weight is a huge problem, and people that are overweight, they are prone to heart problems, diabetes. No matter what their condition is, they are prone to it. And people say, well, weight is not a problem. It's a huge problem. So we do weight loss in our office. We do aesthetics. Aesthetics is important. People want to look good. So
you have a spa there too.
We have a Medispa.
Medispa.
With the Medispa, what we do is make you feel good about you. Okay. A lot of times I see even younger people, they don't take care of their skin. As you don't take care of your skin ages. As your skin ages, you get lines in your forehead, lines around different areas. You get sun damage. Once you get the sun damage, it leaves you spots. You're prone to cancer and skin cancer, which is a huge problem. But in our office, we do Botox, we do fillers that helps people with making them feel good, and that is very important.
Now I noticed, I think in your office, don't you even have an allergist there and
a
gynecologist?
Yes,
they have everybody. I think do you even have a chiropractor?
We have a allergist, and we do allergy shots. And one more important person, we have my wife. I didn't.
Oh yes, Dr. Ahmed. She's wonderful. I love her. I got to tell you, the best thing about their office is you do not overbook it.
We don't
overbook. I haven't been to a doctor's office like this in years, where you go in and you have an appointment and you actually see your patient on the appointment. I've been in some places where you go in at 3 o'clock and you don't see the doctor until 7 o'clock. So it's not like that here.
It is a problem like with anything in in what we do. It's all about customer service.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you,
Yeah.
he has a great staff there.
I
I
appreciate
love
it.
Terry.
I
There's-
know.
Terry,
she's
if you're
amazing.
listening, hi. She's so good. She just runs
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
perfectly.
Yeah.
But anyway, how did you get started with your wife doing this? Was this your idea? Was it her idea, or you just did it together?
Yeah, we did it together. My wife is the backbone of the office.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people who just jumps into it.
She's
And
the realist, and
she's
you're
the
the
real-
you're the one
yeah.
that has the happy.
I
Let's
have-
just do it.
I am the person who just goes into things,
Right.
and she is the one who thinks it out.
Right.
So one other thing which we just added was IV treatment. You know, it's
Tell us
something.
about that.
Is something huge. A lot of people don't know about it. Is that there's a lot of toxins in your environment
Sure.
related to metal exposures, related to all different kind of exposures. People who have like over drank, people who work in industries of different kind, they end up having lead poisoning. They have
Wow.
mercury poisoning. Even medications, when you are on medications that have metals, people undergoing chemotherapy, they or fibromyalgia. That's
Yeah,
a huge
that's what
problem.
I have. Sure.
So with fibromyalgia, what ends up happening is your body gets all these metal toxins and it gets into your body and it's not
Wow.
excreted. Then you start getting tired, you get fatigued, you get very your mentation
A lot
gets
of pain,
lot
too.
of pains, neuropathy, which is numbness of your.
Now, does it help people with Lyme disease too?
It does help people with Lyme
Because
disease.
I would imagine
Yeah.
it would, because Lyme
So-
disease is bad.
So what we do is we give them a 30-week course of different IV treatments and nutritional supplements. With that, we use EDTA, we use vitamin C, we use different vitamins in our therapy to help get rid of those metal toxins, to help the antioxidants,
Right.
and it has shown, these treatments have shown to help people with even with circulatory problems, like people who have high cholesterol and all that.
Right.
They can get these treatments and help them with their circulation and help them feeling
Very
better with it.
interesting. Okay, hold that thought. We're going to be right back. We're going
Okay.
to have a little commercial break, and we will be right back talking about Metaversity. Hi, we're back. I'm Darlene. We're with Midday, and we're talking about Metaversity. And we found out you do a lot of other things besides what we
know.
already talked about.
I
So
know.
tell us some of them. You do balance.
Yes, that is something huge. I forgot all about it. And
See, you do so many things, you can't remember what you do.
I know. So the balance thing is actually very important. Seniors and people who have had stroke in the past, they have balance problems, and we do a balance test, which is called an ENG test, where we check your balance centers and see where the balance problem is coming from.
Oh.
So with that, we have a physical therapist in our office who can help get back and help people from falling, because falling
wonderful.
is a huge problem
Oh,
for
sure.
senior citizens. Is a huge problem.
My mother falls. Would you believe she's 98 years
Wow.
old? She's
Oh my
still
God.
healthy, but
Okay.
she keeps insisting on having these throw rugs, and we keep
Oh,
taking them
yeah.
away, and she keeps putting them down.
Yeah.
She fell again the other day, but
Yeah.
senior citizens fall a lot, I understand.
Senior citizens have two problems. One is they have osteoporosis, and two is with the memory and everything and their poor vision, their risk of falling.
Wow.
And you are 100% right, Miss Darlene, that when you have throw rugs
Yeah.
and you have a lot of clutter in your house,
Yes, yes.
you are prone to have a fall.
Sure.
And guess what? Once you have a fall, guess what?
You
Your-
fall again.
Not only you fall again, your quality of life
Oh.
gets worse.
They could break their hips and
They
everything.
can break their hips, they can have a brain bleed, they can have broken arms and this thing. So it's very important. Preventative care is
Sure.
extremely important.
And you also do addiction.
I wanted to tell you about addiction medicine. We do addiction medicine, which I am so happy. We have NA meetings in our office, AM
Wow.
meetings in our
Wonderful.
office. We get people off of pain medicine. Pain medicine is a huge problem. Not only that, I have seen personally kids 20 years old, 21 years old, guess what? Dead because of drug overdose.
Right.
Guess what? It is a huge trauma for the family. People don't feel the value of themselves. They have lack of self-esteem. They get involved in drugs, and it is a huge problem. We really need
Sure.
our people spend half of their salary or more than
Yeah,
half,
maybe all of it.
all of it. I have people who are working class, have
Wow.
a addiction problem, they finish their work, go to
Oh.
buy drugs, and they
Terrible.
don't have food at home. And it's a
Terrible.
huge problem. But it is something which we need to talk about. We need to get people to get involved in that. Before I forget, I want to tell you about my wife.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk about Dr. Ahmed.
Yeah. Dr. Ahmed is a sleep medicine specialist.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It is wonderful. It is amazing what she does. She manages my office. She does sleep medicine, and sleep medicine is very important.
Now, what is sleep medicine?
So, sleep medicine is for people that have an abnormal sleep habit.
Oh, okay.
People, we do DOT physicals in our office. So when you're a truck driver, when you work overnight shift, when you are working and your work is where like has to be up a different,
Sure.
you can develop sleep apnea,
Oh, sure.
which is a huge problem. People who are overweight can get sleep apnea. You can have restless leg syndrome at night time. When people have these problems, it can make you feel tired all day
All the
long.
time.
All the time. And once you get properly treated, you feel much, much better. So she takes care of people with sleep disorders, and she's able to help them, and she does primary care also.
Right.
So it is something which is very important also
Right.
that
Now,
we do.
are you open every day in different, which days are you at which places?
So we have 3 offices. We have our main office, which is in Turnersville. In the Turnersville office, we are open 6 days a week. Okay. Up there we do everything: urgent care, primary care,
Right.
aesthetics, Botox, fillers, sleep medicine, stitches. We do it all. Okay. Then we have our Cherry Hill office, which is on Springdale
Right.
Road,
That's the one I went
So,
to, and I
yeah.
like it there.
which we have the allergist over there. We are open 5 days a week. We have the chiropractor over there. We also do addiction medicine over there. We have our nutritionist, and guess what?
What?
We do the IV therapy over there.
Okay.
We do the IV chelation and IV vitamin C therapy
Wow.
right in that office. We have Miss Arlene over there. She does all that stuff. And guess what? I do have a nutritionist in my office.
That's great.
Miss Lori Shies. We do that. And I do also have an office in Salem. Guess what? Salem is a rural office. We take care of the people.
Oh, look, they're showing in the corner.
Oh,
We're showing
yes,
some of
that's-
your different
that's
places.
our office in
That's your
Turnersville.
urgent
Yeah,
care.
we have the urgent care. That's
Okay.
in Turnersville
and
over
their
there.
Metaversity.
The Metaversity, and it mentions all our services over there. So that's our office in Turnersville. And as I said, we have an office in Salem also. We are open 4 days a week over
Great,
there also.
great.
Yeah.
Well, this has been really great.
Uh,
We're going to have to come to our little conclusion, but give us your phone numbers
Yes,
and how do we get in touch with you?
Absolutely. Anybody that needs to get a hold of us, please call our office 856-740-9777. 856-740-9777. Visit our website on Metaversity.com. Over there, you can book an appointment. You can see all the services we offer up there. It's not up to date. I have to add a lot of stuff to that.
Well, you just opened up a
I
few
know,
months
I
ago, you know, so
yeah, I
you
don't
to
have
correct it.
mention up there about addiction medicine
Sure.
and the IV therapy and the Botox
Mm-hmm.
and all that. So you can either go to our website mediversity.com or call me on our website and call us on our phone 856-740-977.
Sure, and we'll have to have you come back.
I
You know,
really
this has
appreciate
been really
you.
great. I want to give a
Yeah.
little special service announcement here. I have a horse rescue, and last night we had a horse that was very, very sick, and I found out something very interesting. She's okay now, but Lyme disease is way on the rise this year with horses because of the warm winter. There's so many ticks, and the ticks are so tiny you can't even really see them. Well, this horse has Lyme disease. Now it's so bad. She's on IV antibiotics like a person for 10 days. I mean, and it is this big. The shot is this filled with medicine. So I wanted to tell everybody out there, for dogs, for cats, even for humans, because I've had Lyme disease, please be careful. Check if you see any symptoms. With horses, they're lethargic. They can run a fever. I guess with dogs too, they could have some limping. You know, and I guess, what are some of the symptoms for people before we leave? Because I know Lyme disease is out there for
Lyme
everybody.
disease is something which is very important to know. Like, people usually start with a tick bite,
Right.
which you have to notice right away.
Right.
And then you get a rash.
Mhm.
Sometimes you don't see the tick.
Right.
You just see a rash with
Like a circle, kind.
target lesion. That's what we call them. If you see that, go to your doctor right away. It has Lyme disease can go on. If you get it treated right away, is the best thing. But it can leave you with neurological symptoms, joint symptoms, skin symptoms.
It's
it,
bad.
It can affect any part of your body.
Right.
And that's why it's important, if you do, as you mentioned, if you do feel tired, if you do feel fatigued, if you have taken all different medicines and still not getting
Sure.
better,
Get checked out.
we need to get it checked out. So we do have blood work for that,
Sure.
which we can do, and then we can see the treatment
Sure.
according to that.
Well, once again, thank you so much, and we're going to have him back and give us updates on
Appreciate
everything that's going on. And thank you for joining us. It's always fun with Midday here at Radio Vision Network. I'll be back next week.